The first phrasal verb that you should know. No. The first phrasal verb that I want you to know is to get around to something. To get around to something, kapag meron kang binabalak gawin na hindi mo pa nagagawa, you can get around to that whenever you please to do it, whenever possible. For example, your house is a mess and you've been planning to clean your house since last week, but you haven't gotten around to it yet because you have so much work to do and you barely have time for cleaning. So maybe you can say, I'll get around to cleaning my house when I get the time. Pag tapos mo na, nalinis mo na, you can finally say, I finally got around to cleaning my room. Another example, your dad asked you to clean the garage, and you can tell your dad, okay, dad, I'll get around to that later. The second phrasal verb is to fill in. Fill in, halimbawa, meron akong na-miss na importanteng meeting, and after that meeting, I called the coworker and tinanong ko siya, can you fill me in? That means I'm asking for the information for the agenda or the issues or anything that's been tackled in the meeting. Gusto kong malaman. So I may ask that coworker, can you fill me in? To fill out, that means to complete or add information on a document or on a form. It's to complete a form. Halimbawa, nasa doctor's office ka, you may be asked to fill out a form. So the fourth phrasal verb is to come down with something. To come down with something is to begin to suffer from a simple sickness. Halimbawa, you're invited to a friend's party, pero a day before that party, you feel like there's something wrong. You feel weak. Parang pakiramdam mo, masakit yung lalamunan mo, ganyan. And you can tell your friend, I'm afraid I cannot come to your party. I think I'm coming down with a cold. The fifth phrasal verb is to cut back on. To cut back on, it just means to reduce the consumption of something. Magbabawas ka sa Filipino or sa Tagalog. Halimbawa, you realize you've been eating too much sweets in the past week and that's not good for your health, so you decide to cut back on sweets. If a friend offers you an ice cream, you may say, no thanks, I am trying to cut back on sugar or on sweets. It could also pertain to reducing your expenditure, yung gastos mo sa mga bagay-bagay. So pag nakakita ka ng may sale, you can tell yourself, no, I'm cutting back on spending on unnecessary stuffs. Yan. And the sixth phrasal verb is to eat out. To eat out simply means kumain sa labas. Or in a restaurant, yan, kakain ka yan. For example, I don't want to eat out. It costs me more than I should be spending. Yan, ayokong kumain sa labas. Nagagastosan ako lalo. The seventh phrasal verb is to get back at. That means to revenge on someone. To get back at someone is, okay, when someone has done you something unpleasant or has done you wrong and you want to get back at him or her for doing that to you. So, gusto mo magiganti. Halimbawa, your sister has destroyed the love letters your boyfriend sent you and you're really furious when you found out about it. I'm going to get back at my sister for doing that to my love letters. Eighth phrasal verb is to hang on. To hang on means just to pause a conversation. Halimbawa, yung best friend mo nagkukwento, yung boyfriend ko, nakita ko nakasama ng boyfriend ko si Jeannie. Ito si Jeannie, may kasamang babae. Tapos si Jeannie, kasama niya yung boyfriend ko. Tapos, hindi mo na masundan yung sinasabi niya. You say, hang on. What? Who's with who? Pwede mo rin siyang sabihin if you will be getting something quickly, or you'll be looking for something really quick, or you're going to look up the internet really quick. You can say, hang on just a sec, I'm going to look up that word, or hang on just a second, check ko lang tong email na to. The ninth phrasal verb is to chip in. In Tagalog, ambag. Kumbaga, mag-ambag. Bawa, ambag sa regalo, ambag para sa Christmas party, ang ambag para sa birthday party celebration ni ganito. You can say, hey, I want to chip in for the Christmas party. Yan. Pwede rin, ang chip in, that means you want to contribute to something with your money or with your effort or your energy. Halimbawa, I want to chip in for Amy's gift. Gusto mo mag-ambag ng pera, or pwedeng gusto mo mag-ambag ng effort para dun sa ireregalo kay Amy. The last and the 10th phrasal verb is to get along with. I think most of you are familiar with this phrasal verb, to get along with. If you're having a nice or a really good relationship with someone, you get along well with each other. For example, my cousin and I get along well. And if you hate each other, you can say, we don't get along well. We hate each other so much. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope you learned something today.